My name is Jeremy Walton, and today we're talking ND filters.
Let's go.
I can't start this video without giving you a little backstory. I was in the middle of another vlog talking about ND filters. It was supposed to be brief, but in order to explain this, I had to talk about that and then give examples and reasons why. Long story short, I made another video. Now, ND filters can get confusing, so I'm gonna keep it simple. There's no reason to overthink this. An ND filter reduces the amount of light entering the lens. Simple, right? What surprises me is the amount of money someone will spend on a lens and then ask what's the cheapest ND filter they can buy.
Ugh, that hurts my brain.
Don't do that. You need an ND filter, so remember that when buying a lens. The company I trust is Tiffen, so instead of spending hours and hours doing research and looking up every company, I go to them first. Now we could talk about matte boxes and 4x4 filters, but we're not gonna do that. I just don't think it's practical. For feature films, small productions, a small crew, yes. But if you watched any of my videos or you're a run and gun filmmaker, then having a matte box and changing large filters is just gonna get in the way. Now we could talk about variable ND filters, but we're not gonna do that either. I don't even have one to show you because I don't mess with them. They are convenient, but cost more, and you're really not gonna get the same quality as an ND filter. So, what do I use? Drumroll. The Tiffen Digital HT ND Filter Kit. With this kit, you're gonna get 3 filters that come in a convenient pouch that's a perfect size for traveling. It also comes with this strap, and I'm sure you're asking yourself what this is for. Well, I'll show you. Works every time. I'll put a link below if you want to pick yourself up a little fashion statement. The first filter I want to talk about is the ND 1.2. It blocks 4 stops of light, and it's my go-to ND filter that's on my camera 99% of the time I'm shooting outside. This is also a 58mm. They come in a variety of sizes, and if you're trying to match a few lenses, you should look into step-up rings. This will save you money and allow you to use your ND filters on multiple lenses. So with this setup, let me show you what it looks like when I throw it on the lens. So before, after. It's a pretty big difference, and that's why if I could only recommend one filter, this would be it. The second filter is the 0.6. It blocks 2 stops of light. Now, I don't use this one as much, but I still use it, especially when the sun starts to set. All I need to do is swap filters, I keep the same settings, and I'm good to go. You can also stack filters. It's something I try not to do. The least amount of stuff in front of my lens, the better. But they are threaded to give you that option. The third filter is the graduated 0.6 ND filter. It's used a lot in landscapes, but it is the one filter I use the least for video. Although you should have it in your bag because you never know when you're gonna need it. This is a great little kit to have. And when it comes to ND filters, it really is the only thing I use, except for one other thing. This is the Tiffen XLE Series Long Exposure APEX. It blocks 10 stops of light. They have 3 different versions, but the APEX has an IR filter and a Tiffen hot mirror. If you want all the technical specs, head over to Tiffen's website and they'll have everything you need. This thing is my baby. I mean, when I pull it out, it's like, yeah, let's get to work. There is a specific reason I have this, and you're right. I'm not gonna tell you. At least for now. This filter is the reason why I made a separate video. What I use it for will be coming out later. But let's just say I'm shooting at a slow shutter speed during the day. Comment below if you know what I'm doing. With these filters, I can accomplish so much from photos to video, and you don't have to spend a fortune or have a stockpile of filters. You know, I thought it was really important to show you what I use on a daily basis and to keep it simple. I've been a victim of it, but you really don't have to overcomplicate things. All you need is a few high quality filters and you're good to go. The last thing I want to talk about is shutter speed. I'm sure you heard when you're shooting video, your shutter speed needs to be double your frame rate. So if you're shooting 24 frames per second, your shutter speed should be 50. If you're shooting 120, 250. There might be some cases where my image, even with an ND filter, is just a little too bright, and I don't want to change my aperture. You could change your filter, you could stack your filters, but I don't want to do that. Plus, you might not have time, and getting the shot is first priority. Remember, you can always adjust your shutter speed. There is some wiggle room there, and that's one rule if you break, you won't get arrested for. I break that rule all the time, and honestly, I can't really tell in my footage. Some movies shoot at a higher shutter speed to give their footage a sharper, cleaner look. That's known as a Saving Private Ryan look. Now they shot film, so we're talking shutter degree, but you get the idea. So where does that line fall between natural motion blur and really sharp movement? Well, that's up to you. Do some test footage, see what you like, experiment, and push that shutter speed as far as you're willing to go. Well, there you have it, my ND filters I use on a daily basis. I hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that like button because there's more to come. Subscribe so you don't miss out. But until then, comment below. Let me know the shutter speed you're shooting at. And as for this episode, it's a wrap.